What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, back with another review, and this is the Air Jordan 11 Low IE, known as Space Jam. Once again, I do apologize, I'm still sick, so my voice is a bit messed up, but like I mentioned in the previous video, this week I'm really trying to do 5 uploads, at least 5 uploads, so I can't skip a day, obviously. And as for the release information on this pair, they drop on July 13th, and retail price will be $170. So when you think of the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam, it's obviously not going to be this shoe. It's going to be the classic Air Jordan 11. However, I personally feel that this pair is dope. I know a lot of people don't like the IE version much, but not only that, we have a very sought after colorway, probably one of the better IE releases we've seen in a long time, even though it's not an OG colorway. Now, bringing you in a bit closer, as you can see, we have a few different materials used throughout. Now, what stands out the most would be the patent leather, which is used on the overlay. Now, as most of you know, the IE does not traditionally come with patent leather. The Air Jordan 11 does, though. And you can also see that we got mesh throughout. So pretty much an all black shoe. We do have a few hits of Concord, aka purple. Now also the toe will have leather over it. You can see some of that stitching right there. But I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at the toe in a second. But this shoe is really squeaking, a little bit annoying to me. Alright, so let's take a look getting closer to the heel. And let me move this shoe out of the way for now. So we got nothing on the heel aside from the materials, patent leather, and all that good stuff. And then the medial side, let's get that in the shot. Same as the lateral, patent leather and mesh. And of course, what I haven't been mentioning, but as you guys could see, we got a white midsole. You can also see the carbon fiber shank plate. Bring you in a little bit closer. Hit you with another angle kind of by the toe. Now we'll go to the top of the toe. A pretty straightforward look. So the shoes, as far as the materials go, is pretty solid. I'll get more on that in a second. And on the tongue, we have a mixture of leather and mesh. All black. Comes with one set of laces. And it's just black, as you can see. On top of the tongue, we do have the Jumpman, and that is done in that Concord purple. Now, the liner, all black as well. Nothing special. So, I did pull out the insole instead of just trying to shoot it. And here it is. All black, Jumpman in white. Now, I already talked about the upper and the midsole, so let's talk about the outsole. As you can see, we have a translucent hint throughout, and then we have purple detailing. And then seeping through it, you can see the carbon fiber shank plate, as well as the Jumpman and some white pods. So a pretty straightforward look, like I mentioned. Really on point with the whole Space Jam theme. And I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, I used to do, like, if a shoe was kind of like the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam versus the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Space Jam, but it wasn't really a fair versus because usually it was the original release or the first release that would always win that battle, but it was more for conversation purposes. And I was thinking I may do that for Saturday, so that would put me at 6 videos. If you're interested in seeing that and just chiming in as far as the video purposes go and just conversation, let me know in the comments below. And then on the outro of this video, I'm going to pretty much go over everything, my thoughts on the shoe and the quality, craftsmanship, all that good stuff. One last thing, this pair comes with the OG Air Jordan 11 box. What I'm going to do is throw in a few images now so you could see the lid and some of the more important areas of the box. Alright everybody, so that was your closer look at the Air Jordan 11 Low IE, known as Space Jam, and they drop on July 13th, which is this Saturday. Retail price will be $170. Now, as far as the quality goes, Again, this is another release that's pretty standard. We don't have anything phenomenal as far as the materials go, but they're pretty straightforward. Nothing to get excited about, but at the same time, there's nothing terribly wrong with the shoe. So again, it's pretty much a mid-level release. So a few things on this pair as far as the craftsmanship goes. Now, again, if you don't care about craftsmanship, you just go for the look or even the materials, you can bypass this section. I just know that there are some people that will ask about the quality, ask about the craftsmanship and things like that. So I do like to include that in the video, and I'm a bit picky when it comes to that, not because of my personal opinion or my personal pet peeves or whatever, but just so people get a good idea of what to expect. But analyzing the shoe, I mean, there's really nothing terribly wrong. Some of the things, most of the things you probably already saw when I was doing the overview of the shoes, but the midsole, the toe area, there's a little bit of glue on this one, a little bit more on this one. So it's really going to be hit and miss in certain areas. As you can see, it's pretty much always like that. A little bit of gouges in the midsole, and it's like the cut job in certain areas. You can see on this one, it's not the best, but hey, I mean, we can always, well, most of the time, if we're picking them up in store, we can just tell them, hey, I'm not really feeling this. Let me get another pair. Another thing I didn't like, how this, I don't know, the patent leather on it, it might just be because of the materials, but the patent leather, the way it's sewed on, is kind of like, I don't know, it kind of pops up in areas. And then on this shoe, you can see a little bit of a stitching error. So my point is, as you can see, it's not huge, but there are little things here and there. Getting towards the heel, you could just see kind of the gouging as well. That seems like it's a known thing for the Air Jordan 11, like the gouges on the midsole. Other than that, I mean, there's really nothing else to complain about. And most people, wait, one other thing. See a little bit of the gouges on the medial side of the right shoe. See in there. It's not even, these things, they're not even real complaints in my opinion. I'm just showing them so you guys know, and then from there you can take it for what it's worth. If you're not satisfied, of course, with the look, then hey, you have the knowledge. But if you don't care, just bypass it. Now, in the past, I've seen some shoes which were really bad. I think the Air Jordan 12 was probably the worst as far as craftsmanship goes. Well, the flu game, that was the worst by far. But the heel, a little stitching errors here and there. But that's it. I'm going to move on from the craftsmanship because I don't want to milk that too long. Now, for those that plan on picking this shoe up for personal use, or if you plan on reselling, this information may be useful. A lot of questions I'll probably get asked in the comments, or I'm sure I've been asked this question, is if the shoe will sit or sell out. Now, I know I've been asked about a few past releases. And for this shoe, now, although I'm a fan of the model, definitely a fan of the color combination, I do see this shoe doing better than some of the past IE releases, like I mentioned prior. But honestly, I do not see this shoe selling out. Now, one of the bigger releases to come this month, depends what you like, but the Air Jordan 5 Michigan was one of them. We have the Air Jordan 8 Aqua. We also have the Air Jordan 13 Lakers, and then the rumored release of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 6. It's not confirmed that that shoe is releasing this month, but it's possible that it does. Now, I believe these are only releasing in mids and kids sizing, GS sizing. I don't think it's going to be below that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put a title in the video somewhere and let you guys know. I'll double check that for you. And with that being said, I don't see this shoe selling out first day, nor the second day or the third day. They'll probably sit for a little bit. Now, do I think it's going to go on sale? Maybe some of the smaller sizes might, but I don't think the adult sizes will. I could be wrong though. We had the Space Jam Air Jordan 11 release in 2016, I believe. So almost 3 years since that pair released, and a lot of people missed out on that shoe. as well, a lot of people believe that that is the best Air Jordan 11. Now, as for the thought process, how sneakerheads, I guess, would think of this shoe is, yeah, it's like a knockoff of the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam. Now, I get that. It doesn't take away from the shoe, but there's a lot of people that aren't sneakerheads, but they know about shoes. They just buy when they need something nice to wear with a fit or whatever that may be. So I could see those people picking up this shoe because it resembles the Space Jam and it is a fresh, nice, clean looking pair. But that is going to do it for this video. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you like the video and you want to support the channel, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. As well, leave a comment below. Let me know if you plan on picking this pair up or passing. Like always, appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.